Oh boy. Well, geez. Goodness gracious. Well, geez. Hey there, Tim. You're watching that Obama movie. Were you really now? Hey, let's keep talking about it, okay? Keep talking about it, and I'll be right back, alright? I have to refill my flim flams. You're watching The World Behind on Netflix? Make sure you watch White Noise, starring Adam Driver and War Machine. You gotta watch White Noise on Netflix and Leave the World Behind. Okay? I'll be right back. What? Okay. So, what I'm really doing here in this stream between now and the end of the season is getting a bunch of money, a bunch of resources, cleaning up everything, and then maybe pushing a bit deeper just to finalize, and then doing some final hardcore grinding. Oh, Brandon, you're saying mobile is a great market for games. Well, I agree. Diablo Immortal is a great game. You don't have to pay, but it lets you pay. But I personally feel that if you have a game where you're able to pay, It makes the entire game better. Do I want to do the Helltide? The Helltide just started. I don't think so. Alright, let's go over. Maybe I do. I don't know. Do I? No. Answer is a big fat maybe. Let's go here and go up and around. I'm gonna go from here and then up to there. Oh boy. And the stockades. Oh yes. I will save your life. That will be saved. Oh yeah. Yeah. The blinded hell fiends of Yore. Yeah. Beautiful. Nice and smooth. It's really hard going slow after going fast. Am I connected right now? Probably not. I tell you what, man, I can't get anything done. I can't get anything done. I'm a bit too dark here. What a shame. Shame, shame. So cool. See, I don't want to reskin my swords. You know? I have to log out and back in. Oh, yeah. That is exactly what I enjoy. I enjoy these things. I enjoy these things. I enjoy these things. You still with me, everybody? This whole internet thing really is just a temporary issue. It might last for a couple more days, or maybe even a whole another week of madness, okay? Just know, it's not a forever thing. It can't be. And I'm sure the internet people know what's going on. Those internet people behind the walls, they know. You don't have to tell them. You know what I mean? Okay. Here we go. Turn around. Gabba gabba he. And a ho and a ho and he. Alright, let's go this way. And let's just hope that the whole game works. For 5 seconds, please. If you're still with me, give me a gabba gabba he ho ho ho. Give me a hee-ho, hi-hum. Yay. Hey there, Brandon. Yeah. Yeah. So, has anybody here really played Baldur's Gate 3? It did score the, the best game of 2023. Baldur's Gate 3. Turn-based flim-flams. Anybody here actually play the game? You started last week. How do you feel about it? Well, how far have you gotten? I was thinking about starting the stream back over. I think my problem is that was the last game I was playing before my old computer died. That's one factor, so I never got too deep. When I came back, the quest I was on was kind of bugged out a little bit. That the NPC I was talking to was still vaguely aggroed towards me, but was still talking to me for a quest. He was covered in blood. It was all weird and weird. Plus, I was playing as a Oompa Loompa. And so, it was fun while it lasted, but it wasn't really working out. And I was a bard. And it's a really interesting class, but I don't know. Where are you narratively, Dylan? I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I'll say the things that you've already done. You're on that Nautilus ship. You escape the ship that crashes. You meet up with some people. Just before going to the Trolls camp. The Goblin camp? Maybe? Probably. There are a couple... Oh, no. Yes. I think I know what you're talking about. But it's great. I think that kind of game is wonderful. You know what I mean? But it really is... It really is, not really for everybody. It's sort of for a person like me. Because I'm from that weird generation of bad games. Not bad games, but there's a whole generation of games like Icewind Dale and the original Baldur's Gate garbage, and Simon's Quest, King's Quest, and Monkey Island garbage. It's isometric camera. You're going around. You're looking around for interactives. You found key under rock, and then you click on sign. It says this, and then throw thing over there. That whole thing. But you'd expect in a modern game of that fundamental, using the entire D&D rule set, it'd be really interesting. But again, that's just a particular audience that likes tabletop role-playing games and weird garbage. Okay? So, what I think what happened here is there's a whole community of non-gamers that have suddenly entered the gaming market because of Baldur's Gate 3. A bunch of weirdos that like weird games. I'm one of them. But I didn't get too far because it gets annoying. Now, I'm saying it's a bunch of weird stuff, okay? Might be boring. The second you get into some intense combat where there's a bunch of enemies, like if this right here was Baldur's Gate 3, how long would this battle take? How long would that take? You know what I mean? Even if you had an overpowered character, it will still take some time. Even if you had some weird way to cleave all, to do multiple actions in a row, and then to reset your actions and do a weird cleave, and then do a weird thing. By the time I ended the game, I had a full party, plus I summoned 3 ogres with a horn, and I'm fighting with a bunch of druids, and there's a bunch of goblins you're fighting, and they have even more things that are spawning, and it takes forever. And yes, there are explosive barrels and oil barrels, but all that takes forever as well, and it starts to not be realistic, because can your character really carry 10 oil barrels on them? I don't care how much they can carry. Is it magical? Where are the barrels? I don't care how much you're... I have a lot of strength so I can carry 15 oil barrels at all times. No. And that's the solution to every battle, apparently, is to put around a bunch of oil explosive barrels. Apparently. From the internet, that seems to be the solution. You pre-stage a bunch of barrels, and then you shoot the barrels. Combat's over. But that's garbage. People find ways to cheese out of combat or to avoid combat, because combat is like pulling teeth. It's really bad. It's not bad. Whatever. It was fine at first. It was actually really fun, you know. I would have the magic hand. Hi there, it's me. Jeez. I was saying. I was going to give it another chance, and then maybe my opinion might change. But right now, not good. Either, for Baldur's Gate 3, either you have to be really overpowered in some way, or you have to find the weird way to cheese out of combat. Or you have to pre-stage a bunch of garbage, you know, to make combat enjoyable. Yes, Brandon. Sucks. In Baldur's Gate 3. And, for example, I was walking around in the world with my party, exploring, and I found a ruins area in Baldur's Gate 3 early on, and there was like a couple dudes outside, people down below, and I was trying to fight them. It was taking forever, and it didn't really work out. I tried running away, but you can't break combat because these guys just chase you forever. You have to use some ability to break combat, you know? It's weird. But then I realized that you could just talk to them and convince them that they need to go that way. And then they say, okay, boys, let's go. And they leave. You're supposed to talk to them. And then I realized that you're not just supposed to ambush people. You're supposed to talk to every single person that you can whenever you start to walk up to them. And you have some funny way or some interesting way of avoiding combat. You know? You convince them that you work for them or something like that. There we go. See, I didn't have to bounce out. I just had to sit here for a second. So I'll give it another chance, and this time I won't be a Oompa Loompa. I'll be a normal person. Like, at one point you're supposed to poison the keg that all the goblins are drinking out of at a party. You're supposed to put something in there, and that kills them all. Or you fight them like an idiot. Individually. Alright, here we go. Nice and smooth, yeah. Booyaka shaka. Okay, let's go through and do what we have to do. I'm scrubbing the landscape looking for plants and so forth. I appreciate y'all coming back, you know? Yeah, so unless the stream really ends, just come right back. Because I'm going to be sitting here until the stream actually ends. It'll end if I lose connection for more than like 4 or 5 minutes. Or something like that. You know what I mean? So if suddenly the stream just cuts out, go get a sandwich or something. I recommend finely chopped lettuce oil and vinegar, salt and pepper, some Italian seasoning, a single sprig of dill, and a sliver of rosemary. 1 green onion finely minced, and a pimento olive. And a goose liver if possible. Put that into a food processor. You should get a nice gray sludge and spread that on some crackers. Anybody here ever had goose liver? It's one of the best livers around. One of the best. Besides human. You know. There you go. I'm just here to get the stuff. You know? I was gonna keep doing this until I earn a bunch of currency, earn a bunch of gold, just nice and until I memorize the map. Okay, getting some plants, and then we'll settle back at the base after a bunch of rounds of this whole thing, and go through my inventory and scrub some stuff out, and get nice and clean. I'll be sitting here with a bunch of money. I might buy a bunch of eggs and shards for more Duriel runs eventually. Oh, Brandon. Brandon says he was working at a fine dining restaurant. Oh my. And they did a lot of goose liver pate with sourdough toast points. And you tried it, I assume. Was it delectable? Exactly. Did they slap your hand when you try to eat some? That's for the guests. We call our customers guests here at this fine dining restaurant. I learned from Beauty and the Beast that the gray stuff is delicious. I'm pretty sure that was goose liver pate. You know? Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all, this is France. And the services never second best. Be our guest. All right. Oh, they forced you to sit there and eat everything? Now taste it and describe. Drink this wine and describe it. Yeah, you have to know. You have to know. That's cool. They sit you in a chair with a big hot light on your face. And they put this funnel in your mouth. They tie a belt around your neck to the chair. What you gotta do sometimes to make it in the industry. Somebody's working your fingers with the hammer. I'm on finger duty. But the thing is, it's always another student or whatever with the mask on. You never know.